Hey guys, I know I haven't filmed in a while. It's really fucking tough being back in Florida and when you have 3 roommates and like everyone's coming and going and there's so much commotion and everyone has classes and everyone has different schedules, like it's so much harder than you'd think to just be able to sit down and film. Also, I haven't really had anything like super specific. Shuggy, what the fuck? I also haven't really had like anything super specific that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. So definitely hit me up with some comments or DMs about things that you want me to discuss. I mean, this is my last year of college, so if anyone has any like college related videos or questions or anything like that, I mean, I guess this would be the time. I mean, next year I hope I'm not still making videos about college, you know? As I grow up, I hope the channel grows up, so feel free to send like suggestions or whatever for future videos, because if I don't know what to film about, like I feel like videos are gonna be shit. I'm gonna try and like do more vlog type videos in the future, but that's also hard when I have like so many roommates and so many things going on at once. I don't know, like I just don't really like filming when my roommates are home or like vlogging with them. Like I don't know, like I just feel like the YouTube thing isn't their thing and like they're really supportive and that's fine, but I don't want to like be doing it in front of people or like putting it in people's faces, you know? Like it's just like my thing. And I don't know, I feel like I'm having a bit of like a brain fart. Like I haven't really been thinking of anything that good to talk about, and granted I feel like so much of the channel is like girl empowerment based and also like loving yourself over guys and stuff, but I like haven't really been fucking with guys lately. So guys are just such a shit show and I'm so fucking over it. Like I had 2 situations with guys that are like friends, I guess, of mine like in the past week that have just made me be like, oh my god. Even guys that I thought were like so smart or like so above like the dumb shit, I just feel like at the end of the day every guy to their core is like just a little bit of a piece of shit or just a little bit of a dumbass, and it's like, what the fuck? One example, everyone weigh in on this. Like, let me know if you think I did the right thing, because I 110% think I did, but still just a weird situation that I even had to be in. But long story short, like small world. One of my roommates from last year moved out because she graduated, so me and 2 of my roommates, we needed a 3rd person, so we got a new roommate, and she's like the sweetest, coolest girl ever, like 10 out of 10, like for a new kind of random roommate, like she's awesome. But small fucking world, like a month or 2 ago over the summer, she went on a date with this guy from Bumble who just so happens to be a guy that I matched with on Tinder, like literally I think like 2 years ago. And me and the guy never met up. Like I never met up with him from Tinder. Like we matched when he was in Tallahassee and he was just passing through. Like we never met up, but we like kind of became friends. Like it's been 2 years and like every month, every other month, like we kind of reach out to each other or send a Snapchat, like definitely staying in touch. But like when we initially started talking, like when we first initially matched, it was really flirty. There was a lot of like sexting going on and stuff like that. It definitely was not just platonic. I sent him like dirty pics and shit, so like, you know, it wasn't like a PG thing. And then I find out, like small world, by chance my new roommate went on a date with that same guy like a month or 2 ago. I don't really give a fuck because such a huge gap between me matching with him on Tinder and her going on a date. Like her and I don't know each other that well. She didn't know that I knew him. I didn't know that he knew her. Like, you know, like it's no one's fault. It's not an issue. Like it literally doesn't fucking matter at all. But since this is my roommate slash like new friend, I just don't think it would be appropriate for like me and this guy to like talk in the future, especially when there's a history of like flirty conversation and sexting, knowing that 1, he went on a date with my new roommate and they like kissed at the end of the night and whatever, and 2, he's like dirty talk to her and stuff also. Basically, I just reached out to him and I was like, hey, like I don't really care, whatever, but like I don't know, don't you think this is weird? And basically his version of the story was like, oh, like she's just a random girl from Tinder, like from Bumble, like I didn't fuck her or anything, which is true, but like obviously I got the lowdown, like I know that you were like flirty with her and like basically dirty talked with her the way you dirty talked with me, but on top of it you also went on a date with her, like it's really uncomfortable. So I basically was like, you kind of have to choose, like in the future, like do you want to stay like my friend that you've been like on and off talking to me for the past like 2 years? Do you want to keep that door open? Do you want to stay friendly and like flirty in the future, like in case we ever meet? Or like, do you want to be able to talk to my roommate who's a girl that you've gone on a date with, like you met her, like whatever, I don't care, but you kind of have to choose, you know? Like you can't be this fuckboy that like in a month hits me up and is flirty with me or like tells me that I look so good on Snapchat or something, and then also be hitting up my roommate because you took her on a date once, being flirty on Snapchat or something with her, you know? Like, that's not how the world works. You kind of have to choose. He didn't really get it, which makes sense because he's a guy, and he's like, I'm not choosing between the two of you. And I was just like, okay, well, then if you don't want to choose, then I'm going to choose for you. Like, peace out. Like, literally, like, I'm choosing for you, then, like, you and I aren't going to communicate anymore because it's not appropriate. Like, I have no hard feelings against my roommate for going on the date with you. I have no hard feelings against you for going on the date with my roommate because, like, no one knew the situation. But the fact that you want to keep that door open to, like, talk to me in the future and, like, be flirty with me and whatever the fuck, and also talk that way with my roommate, like, that's not appropriate. So I just shut it down. Like, even though, like, him and I have kind of been friends for, like, basically 2 years, I was like, that's fine, that's how life goes, but that's not how life works. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too, you know? Like, you don't get to talk to both of us whenever you want to just because we're both, like, pretty girls that you're interested in, that you want to, like, keep on your, like, Rolodex. I don't fucking know. So I cut it off with him, and I told my roommate that I did that, and, like, she didn't care. And, like, her and him, like, still will Snapchat and talk because it's, like, easier for him now because, like, I'm out of the picture. I don't know. Let me know if you think that was the right thing to do. Like, that wasn't dramatic, right? Like, don't you agree that it'd be inappropriate for him to, like, be talking to two roommates in the future? Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. Like, be a player, sex whoever you want, meet whoever you want from Tinder and Bumble. But if it by chance is two girls that are roommates, like, you can't have both of them. And he didn't want to choose, so I was like, fine, talk to her. Like, you met her, it makes more sense anyway. And, like, I don't really want to talk to you because you don't even understand why it's weird and inappropriate. So, like, clearly me and you aren't even on the same brain wavelength, so that's fine. You do you. Also, just this past week, this happened like 2 days ago, I have a really good guy friend who's like my friend. Like, I've known him for like a year. Like, we're friends. That's that. I didn't really think that like he was into me like that. Like, I know that he thinks I'm like pretty, but like I don't think that like he's ever trying to like make a move on me, you know? Like, we're friends. Since I've been back in Tallahassee for a week, I've been wanting to hang out with him, and he's wanting to hang out with me because, like, granted, we're friends. Like, I'm thinking, like, we're gonna watch a movie or, like, smoke or, like, drink some beers and, like, just tell funny stories and, like, catch up, you know? Like, literally what I do with any of my friends, whether they're girls or guys. And so he's been hitting me up, like, every day this past week, basically, being like, oh, like, when can you hang out? When you want to hang out? And I've been asking him, too, like, when can we hang out? Like, we were trying to make a plan to hang out. And then I just kind of noticed that the pattern was him asking me to hang out, like, always after 10 p.m., which, like, granted, like, we're in college, like, everyone's busy, people hang out, like, until the wee hours of the morning. Like, I always say that college doesn't have a clock because you can go hang out with someone at, like, 1 a.m. and that's not weird. Like, it's, like, there's no clock of college. Like, you can do what you want when you want, and it's awesome. So, like, granted, hanging out after 10 p.m., like, isn't too late or anything like that, but there is this, like, stigma, right, that if a guy wants to hang out with you late at night, he's trying to fuck you. So, like, obviously, just trying to, like, make sure like we were on the same page or whatever. I'm also very blunt, I'm very forward, like I say things how it is. Like, I said this to him, and I'm sure some of you would be like, why, like, you just said that? But like, yeah, like, I want us to be on the same page. Like, I want to express how I feel. So like, he asked me to hang out again like at 10:30, and I didn't reply because I was like, I don't know, like, I feel like maybe this is weird. Like, why does he want to hang out at night? Like, maybe he kind of is hoping like something will happen. I don't know. Like, I don't know how boys think. So the next day I texted him at like noon, and I was like, hey, like, I'm not trying to be flaky, but I just feel like you keep asking me to hang out after 10:30, and I feel like that gives a hookup vibe, and I'm like not trying to fuck with that. And I was like, haha, sorry, like, I have PTSD from like FSU guys, like, kind of joking, like being like, haha, like, oh, like, I just don't want you to hook up with me. But like you know, like, I kind of didn't even think he was trying to hook up with me, so I was like 100% expecting him to be like, oh my god, Brighton, like, no, like, it's not like that, like, we're just friends. But he never replied to me, and it's been like almost 2 days. I sent a text being like, hey, like, haha, I don't want to hang out late night because it makes me feel like you kind of want to hook up, haha. I'm kidding though, haha, like, you don't want to hook up with me, right, haha. And then he just didn't reply, which is basically validation that he did. By not replying, that's just basically a silent affirmation of like, yep, well, I did want to hook up with you, and now this is awkward because you're saying that that's not what you want. We've been a little flirty in the past, and I've definitely said before, like, oh, like, do you think there's a chance that we'll like hook up in the future? Just because like we are such good friends, and like anything can happen, especially when alcohol is involved, and like I know myself, and like me and him are good friends, so like, haha, like, what's the chance we'd hook up? But like, I didn't mean that, like, I don't know. It's just like, now even like such a good guy friend, like, if he really just wanted to hook up, then like another one bites the dust. It's just another guy that I thought was like not trying to do that, but like they all are. It's like insane. Every single guy is trying to get it in. Like, moral of the story, Any guy ever that wants to be your friend, that is just your friend, like, will always fuck you if you're down, always. My guy friends, like, I wouldn't fuck them, obviously, because they're my guy friends, or I'm not even attracted to some of them or whatever, but like, as me being the girl that's their friends, like, if I ever wanted to fuck them, they would fuck me, for sure, obviously, because like, that's how guys are. I only have like, I think legitimately like 2 guy friends I can think of that would 100% never have sex with me ever, 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 because it's just like our relationship with each other is too like brother sister. But like, that's just like special circumstances. Like in general, anyone that's just like my guy friend, like my bro that like hangs out with me and like tells me I look good, but like we're just friends. If I told any of them I wanted to fuck them, they'd fuck me. That's just how guys are. Any of you girls out there that have guy friends, if it's not like a brother, sister, bro thing, like if you ever wanted to fuck them, they would all fuck you. Ugh. I'm not even trying to like meet up with guys or hook up with guys or date guys. Like I'm not even trying. Like I'm literally just trying to like be friendly and like be friends with guys, and even just like being friendly. It's like, oh, being my friend isn't enough. I want you to suck my dick so bad. Men never cease to amaze me. Like, I feel like I've seen it all. Like, I've seen, like, the worst of the worst and the best of the best with guys. Like, I've seen every spectrum of different kind of guys that want to be your friends, that want to fuck you, that want to fuck you over, that want to ghost you, like, whatever it is, I've dealt with it all. And even when I'm just chilling, trying to be, like, friendly with that guy from Tinder from 2 years ago, or with my fucking homie that I just wanted to, like, share some brews with, even then, guys are a little bit of a fuck and only want shit to go down if it goes their way. Like, that's another thing I've noticed is guys are such babies. If shit doesn't go a guy's way, it's like the end of the world for them. Like, if you deny them, they call you a bitch or whore, and like, they're like, oh, I wasn't interested in you anyway. If you just want to hang out, but they want to fuck, then they're like, oh, well, actually, I don't really want to hang out anymore. What the fuck? Like, I've been denied several times. I have liked guys who have not liked me back. I've been attracted to guys and wanted to pursue guys who have not been attracted to me. That is the circle of life. Like, you know, that's life. So, like, you don't see me throwing a temper tantrum when like a guy like just wants to be my friend or doesn't want to see me or date me anymore. It's just like, that's life. Like, you have to respect how someone else feels. So I don't get why guys can't respect that. It's like, oh, you don't want to fuck me? Well then bye, bitch. Anyway, I don't know what to talk about in the next video, so give me some ideas. I had a girl reach out and wanted me to talk about how to handle like being jealous or insecure in a relationship. Like if your guy has like friends that are girls or he like talks to coworkers or whatever and that makes you jealous, like she wanted me to address that. So I think I'll address that in the next video, but that's still not enough to talk about for a whole video. So like maybe send me some like guy related questions. I can do like a little bit of like a guy Q&A thing. So hit me up. Ooh, I burped a little. Hit me up with questions about dudes, and then maybe in the future just like random questions in general, and I'll do another like general Q&A. So I'm going to go to the gym and do a fuck ton of homework. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.